Hello, MCU fans. Well, we got another Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Supposedly the last one. We'll see, right? But if this is the last one, boy, did Marvel go out with a bang, because this thing is crazy. Cannot wait to talk about it. Lots to break down, so let's dive right in and see what we can find out. Don't forget, we have a July contest. Be a subscriber, leave a comment. You could win a book or a steelbook. Best of luck. And we have a membership option with lots of cool perks, so you might check it out in case you're interested. So as I mentioned, Deadpool and Wolverine's final trailer, and what a trailer it was. So one thing that I noted is there's a very serious tone to this one. Definitely it's going to be funny, irreverent, bloody, but it's also going to be very serious because Deadpool is explaining, I know I turn everything into a joke, but I care. And I want to use that for something important. So very cool. I like the way they're setting a different tone for the movie, showing us lots of different ways this movie is going to impact us. But also, look at the fact that Wade is wearing the outfit he is. You see his outfit and his toupee. Later in the trailer, we get this scene, which still seems to be at the birthday party. You can see Buck's arm over there on the right, but he doesn't have the toupee. He's in a robe. Vanessa's got a different shirt on. Here's another shot of that. I don't know what to think about this. It seems like they're both happening at the beginning of the movie, yet totally different looking. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that if you know how these two scenes relate to each other. But talk about crazy. Look at this. Yup, that is most definitely Odin's palace that has been pruned into the void. That is crazy. In fact, I have to wonder, is it the palace that was pruned when Sylvie was pruned? Because remember, she was sitting on the steps there. That would be kind of cool. I doubt the movie will reference it, but it'd be really neat if it did. But you got to wonder, why on earth is Cassandra Nova putting her headquarters in the corpse of Giant Man instead of this? That's where I would want to be staying, but who knows? Maybe we'll learn there's something wrong with this thing. But then we get an Old West standoff between Deadpool and Wolverine. That's going to be such a cool fight. But also, we get a really nice shot of the helicarrier that we've seen many times in the void. And then there's this thing. What is that? I got no clue what that is. Let me know in the comments if you have any idea what we're looking at there. All right, so then we get the other side of their really cool standoff. Love it. Then we learn a little bit about the Wolverine from Deadpool's world, because Deadpool is basically explaining to him, in my world, you're well regarded. You were an X-Men. Well, forget that. You were the X-Men. So he's really letting him know, you were very important in my world. And then we actually get scenes from, I'm presuming, Deadpool's world. So we see scenes from Logan, the movie Logan. Here's another scene from Logan. Here's from X-Men Origins Wolverine. In fact, several scenes from that movie. Another one. Of course, there's crappy Deadpool from the end of X-Men Origins Wolverine. This is from the Wolverine when he got hit by the atomic bomb. Now we're back to Logan again. And now finally Wolverine dying in Logan as the life went out of him, and X-23 is sitting there holding his hand. And then Deadpool is saying, the Wolverine, he was a hero in my world. So this is interesting. I think this is Logan getting so mad at this conversation that he gets up from the table, because he was sitting there with Deadpool, remember, and they were eating together. And Logan says, well, he ain't worth crap in mine. So, okay, what is going on here? They've clearly shown us images from several of the existing X-Men movies. So let's look for a minute at what I think is the timeline. And I've done a video on this. You can check it out if you want more detail. But the top line is the original timeline. Then Days of Future Past rewrote back to 1973, and we have a second timeline. And then Deadpool 2, when Cable came back, rewrote the timeline a third time. So that's all I'm really showing here, is there's basically twice that the entire timeline, or parts of the timeline, I should say, were rewritten. So we saw in those clips scenes from X-Men Origins Wolverine, The Wolverine, and Logan. So it sure seems all of those are connected. And likewise, Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, and the current movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, are all connected. The most confusing thing, though, is if Deadpool and Wolverine is happening in 2024, how does he know what happened in Logan? And has Logan died yet? Or was he breaking the fourth wall to know that he was eventually going to die? I don't know what to do with that. Because remember, in Deadpool 2, he sees, or he has the little music box, actually, about Logan dying, and plays it to kind of make fun of the situation. So I'm confused because remember, we saw in the previous trailer that they go back into their universe and this little kid recognizes Wolverine. Now, again, it's not the Wolverine from Deadpool's world. It's a Wolverine from a different world, but the kid knows who Wolverine is. And of course, because, there he is right there. So then is Wolverine still alive in Deadpool's world or has he died? Because again, Deadpool and Wolverine is happening before Logan when Logan died. I don't know. Here's the bottom line. The X-Men timeline has been and always will be unbelievably confusing, and it won't matter after Deadpool and Wolverine because he's going to come to the MCU. But I do wonder for this movie, do you think Wolverine is dead in present day in Deadpool and Wolverine? Or has he yet to die in 2029? Oh my goodness. It just makes your head hurt, doesn't it? Makes your head hurt. Anyway, moving on from that. So the villains now make their grand entrance. And then this is really cool. We get a real nice shot of the Fantastic Car that we've never really seen this close before. And again, I think it's the Fantastic Car from the comics, not so much from the movies. And then as it continues to drive by, we get this shot of Toad and his nasty looking tongue. Dude, that is so gross. So gross. So then more teases for the big Sabretooth fight as Wolverine launches his claws out and charges toward Sabretooth. So we'll have to wait and see when the movie comes out what happens there. Then I'm still wondering how they got captured. I have to think that they were willing to do this. I just cannot imagine they were defeated, but maybe we'll have to wait and see. But somehow they get tied up. And then this is cool. This is as the caravan passes overhead, we get an undershot of the Fantastic Car. Love that. And then here's all the vehicles from behind. And again, I want to point out in the ball on the left there is somebody, if you blow it up, I think that is a TVA agent. Look at that helmet on his head. I'm pretty sure that's the TV agent that's going to get toasted by Eliath, which we'll see in just a minute. So let me know your thoughts if you think it's somebody else, but I really think that's who's in there. All right, so this is a new shot of Cassandra in Giant Man's skull, looking really cool there. And then I don't think I've ever mentioned this in a breakdown, but notice she's standing up from a wheelchair. So she's really kind of ripping on Charles, her, I guess, brother, twin. We'll have to see how she's related to Professor X. But yeah, she basically stands up from that to show, hey, I can walk on my own. So I don't know what the point of that was other than her just, mocking Professor X whenever she can, because I don't think she likes him very much. So then this is a new shot of what I do believe is Cassandra summoning Eliath. So Wolverine obviously draws his claws because he's scared. Here's another shot, a wider shot there. And I think that's when Eliath is coming in. And then I thought this shot was really cool. Look at Deadpool looking away, and then over his shoulder there is Eliath coming in for the kill. So who is he coming to kill? Remember from that very early trailer, I think it's this TVA agent. It's this dude. He's toast. So yeah, he's gone. Goodbye. And I'm pretty sure he was the one that was in that other ball. All right, so eventually they leave Cassandra's compound. My theory is still that they were willingly allowed to leave and go on a mission for Cassandra, but we'll have to see. But anyway, then here's another really serious beat to the trailer as Deadpool says, it's only 9 people, but my entire world is right here in this picture. So yeah, he's held on to that because that was on top of his birthday cake, if you remember. But I did think this was interesting. Scorpy on our server said, I only count 8 people in that picture. So if there's only 8, is the 9th the Vanisher? That would be so cool, because I would love it if Vanisher actually got saved when Deadpool went back and saved everybody at the end of Deadpool 2. He may be, the Vanisher may be the 9th one in that picture. But anyway, he goes on to explain, Deadpool says, I have no idea how to save it alone, but you know how to save him. Boy, what an interesting statement. Why does Deadpool need, as in like has to have Wolverine's help? What is it that Wolverine can do to save him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What is it that's so special about Wolverine? And notice it says you know how to save him. What is it about Wolverine that he knows how to do? Very, very interesting. All right, so we get the funny Spider-Man scene, the pew, 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 and Wolverine's like, stop it. So of course, what do you do when someone tells you to stop it? Pew, one more. Deadpool, gotta love it. All right, so then we get the dog pool scene. We get these 2 of them standing there, and of course we know what eventually happens is Dogpool runs right up, and Deadpool says she's coming with us. By the way, I apologize to Dogpool. I think I called Dogpool a he in my last video. Sorry, Dogpool, you are most definitely a sweet little she. All right, then, my goodness, we get the Deadpool Corps in all their glory, right? We've seen this before. and we've seen this before, but we've never seen that. So yeah, that is the full Lady Deadpool with a whole bunch of Deadpools behind her. And I've gone with a really wide shot here because it's the only way we can get this portal in. Notice on the left and the right, you can see what has been guessed at for a while is she is walking through a portal, a huge portal, I might add. And then behind them, boy, what is that, like 13 different Deadpools? Now, the only ones I can recognize for sure, that's Headpool, which I think is kind of a riff on the the beheaded Headpool from Wolverine Origins. I mean, I know Headpool's also in the comics, but technically speaking, we did see Headpool at the post-credit scene of Wolverine Origins. And then right here is a cowboy version of Deadpool, which we saw in the trailer the other day, because those are definitely the cowboy Deadpool's feet there. Several of them walking through here. And then I'm really curious. I think way earlier in the movie is when Dogpool first appears, yet here's Dogpool jumping out of the portal with now goggles. Interesting. So I'm assuming it's the same Dogpool, but I really want to know, is this Deadpool Corp coming to help or coming to fight? And are they coming to fight, Cassandra, or are they coming to fight Deadpool? Really interesting to see if these are friends or foes and how many of them end up surviving. Because I do think Deadpool gets these guns, the golden guns, from one of those Deadpool members, which means one way or another, some of them, probably most of them, ain't making it out of the movie alive. All right, so Deadpool says time for a team up. I've waited a long time for this team up. Of course, he may be referring to teaming up with Wolverine, or he may be referring to teaming up with lots of others. We'll have to wait and see. But one of those others, we definitely know, because in a way early trailer, we got this scene where Wolverine was saying, "Trust me, kid, I'm no hero." And there were lots of theories about who he's talking to. I mean, obviously, he's very, very old. He was born in the 1800s, so everybody is a kid to him. So maybe he was talking to Deadpool, maybe he was talking to Kidpool, but now we know exactly who he's talking to because we get new footage from that scene. He says, "Scott used to beg me to wear this suit. So did Storm and Beast. But I couldn't have him thinking I wanted to be there, and now it's too late." So they wanted him to put on the costume. He refused to. So now I think that's why at the beginning of the movie, when Deadpool first meets him, and he says, "I'm the Wolverine," and he stands up, notice he's wearing his outfit. I think he wears it 24/7 because he feels so bad that he refused to put it on for Scott and Storm and Beast. Very, very cool. So he feels terrible about what happened in his universe or his timeline. We'll have to see. But anyway, then he says, "Whoever you think I am, you got the wrong guy." And now finally, we get confirmation that he has been talking to this whole time, X-23. Oh my goodness, so awesome to see her back again. Look at that, she's all grown up. So cool. So what's interesting is, was she pruned? Is this in the void? Did they go find her? But if Logan's in 2029, which that's at least when they said, when the director of the movie said it happened, well then she's older now. So is it from like 2035 or something? Crazy. The timelines in the X-Men universe are insane. Anyway, some way or another, we get X-23 and I am all for it. So she has a great line. She says, "You were always the wrong guy till you weren't." That's powerful. I mean, this movie is going to tug at our heartstrings for sure. But just like Deadpool, I got to make a joke or two as well, or at least point out somebody else's joke. I thought this was really funny. Meth on our server said, maybe what he's looking at there, that picture, yeah, maybe it's the infamous meme, right? Too funny. Yeah, that meme will never die. It will never die. I love it. I doubt that's a picture he's looking at, but if it is, oh my gosh, that would be funny. Anyway, so now heading back for the big fight. This is a new shot where somebody or something is coming out of the back of their vehicle, but we do know that at least Deadpool and Wolverine are charging from it. Then I think during his battle with Cassandra, that's when she's touching his forehead there and probing his mind, and either she is learning about his past memories or making him relive them. But I think that's when we're finally going to get the explanation of what on earth this is referring to. We've been seeing these shots for months now and have no context. I still do not know what this is, but in less than a week, we will know. Cannot wait. Then, oh my goodness, to me, this was the biggest reveal of the trailer. What on earth is happening here? So, look behind her. That sure looks like spaghettification. In fact, then we get this shot, which totally looks like spaghettification. And you know what I mean, right? I mean, we're talking from the Loki series. That's Mobius, spaghettifying, and then all the background spaghettifying. So yeah, what is she doing that is creating spaghettification? Also, something else interesting, look at her hands, and to the left and the right of them, we see what I believe at least is a red color and a green color. Now at her feet, I think is a red color and a blue color, but at least at her hands is red and green. So we have a couple different colors going on here. So maybe, just maybe, Ryan Reynolds on his Instagram has given us a clue. So Ryan Reynolds posted this mysterious picture of a sling ring with, you can see something red on the one side, and then he gave us another shot where we can see something green on the other side. Is this possibly a sling ring that has infinity stones in it? So considering, time is green, reality is red, we also saw blue color there, maybe space. How many stones are in this thing? And does this explain why the sling ring may indeed be able to shoot you forward and backward in time, and even to entirely different universes? So I still want to know who has this thing. A lot of people have said they think Cassandra Nova has it. It's possible. I'm all for that if she has it. I'm just not real sure that it's her. It could even be one of the Deadpool Corp for that matter. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is now a multiversal sling ring, and who do you think has it? So then this portal right here that we've seen in the trailer multiple times when Deadpool says Raisha and they start booking towards it. And again, we see Cassandra Nova, but it looks like they edited her out somehow, which that's really weird. But then they jump through to this portal. So there's Cassandra Nova standing right there. So is this indeed a multiversal portal? So could that explain how maybe that's how they get to here? I mean, I have no idea if they splice together two scenes in the trailer that don't go together. But you remember, previously we saw them land on this car and get up. Notice Wolverine has no sleeves and has all the damage to his outfit. I really think this is somewhere in maybe the latter half of the movie, somewhere. And then there's this family that's standing there. By the way, I do have to correct a mistake I made by not pointing out something very obvious that I missed. Look at their outfits they're wearing here. And remember, we did see them earlier in the trailers in the car. But notice their outfits. Those are totally different than the ones here. So I had wondered, did they get out of the void and go back in time? No, this is probably the next day. So, they went to look at the car the first day, and now they're looking at it the second day, and there's Peter. So, yeah, I should have noticed that, but they're wearing different outfits. It's a different day. But really the question is, how did they get back here? Was it that sling ring, and is it a multiversal sling ring? Because now they're also going back to talk to Blind Al. Deadpool says, Al, I'm back, and we have company. And again, notice Wolverine's outfit. You can't see much of it, but look beneath his pullover. That looks really dirty. I mean, I really think this is later in the movie. So we'll see. We'll see. So let me know your thoughts. Is this a multiversal sling ring? Does it explain some of the craziness we've been seeing in the movie? And who do you think is holding that ring? Well, I'll tell you this much. We only got a week, in fact, less than a week, and then we'll know all the answers. I will plan on doing not only a non-spoiler breakdown, but also a massively spoiler breakdown. So watch for both of those soon after the movie releases. Cannot wait. It is going to be awesome. So don't forget, July contest, be a subscriber, leave a comment, win a book or a steelbook. And then there's the membership option in case you're interested in that. And of course, I always love to bring up the Discord. A hilarious comment here from Jay Marsh says, hey, a new Deadpool and Wolverine trailer drops. Most of us are having mostly normal reactions. And Joof, which is me on the Discord, is like, here we go again. Yep, I did. I did sigh and went, oh my. But I love it. I absolutely love it. It is so much fun making these videos. I thank you all so much for watching them, leaving your comments, etc. And I would love for you to be part of the Discord. So I will leave a pinned comment so you can join 1,500 people across the globe, conversations 24/7, and we would love for you to be part of them. Also, if you don't mind, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out more content, and we'll all continue to enjoy the ever-growing, ever-changing Marvel Cinematic Universe.